Looks like a rugby scrum in the street. Girls and boys, men and women, whole families, all scrabbling on the ground for money thrown from Prescot Town Hall. The year is 1927. The scrum is actually perrying, an old tradition brought back to life through Rediscovered, restored film archive.
We don't know whether it was a custom that went on throughout Merseyside. All we know was that these hot pennies were thrown from the windows of the town hall and gathered by the children in the streets below. It's very exciting, obviously something we knew very little about and hope that people can tell us more about so that we can share it with the people around the region.
Louisa Green from Widnes thinks she can fill in the gaps. She's 97 and vividly remembers taking part in perrying in Prescot before 1927. She says the pennies were thrown by councillors on Maundy Thursday, but they weren't hot.
We used to hurry from school, we'd all wait and we'd be shouting, "Open your window, throw your money out." And we should try and get the money from off the floor. The lads would run at us and put their foot on us, on our hand. You know, try and get it off us.
The film was found here in the projector room of what used to be Birkenhead Town Hall. It's now Wirral Museum. It was unlabelled, and staff here couldn't have known that such an important piece of history was right under their noses.
It does put a tingle of excitement because it puts you in touch with the past, and that's what museums and archives are all about. It's actually bringing things alive.
The perrying ceremony is not the only old footage to have been found. This film shows people selected for jury service enjoying a glass of ale. And this is the Crosby Carnival of 1947, complete with fantastic floats, fancy dress and carnival queens. The restored films will now be aired around Merseyside, starting in Birkenhead, so everyone can enjoy a glimpse of the past. Abby Jones, North West Tonight, Wirral.
Well, amazing footage, wasn't it? And it's brought back a few memories for you after we showed it at lunchtime. Frances Etheridge contacted us saying that as a young girl in Barrow in the 30s, she'd arrive outside a wedding and shout, "Scabby wedding," until the bridegroom threw pennies out of the window. Simon grew up in Northumberland and remembers that at weddings, children would be thrown hot pennies to distract them and stop them playing tricks on the bride and bridegroom. Howard Neve from St Helens says he believes that perrying had something to do with the meeting of the Court Lee, which was a kind of early town council. Mr Pearce from North Wales says that when cup finals were played, children watched the coaches setting off from London to Wembley and kids shouted, "Chuck out your mouldies," whereupon coins were thrown from the coaches. Might try that when your team's playing away next.